Hello friends, it's Miss Jamie here to learn more about spiders with you today. Before we do that, let's sing Animal Farm with our music teacher, Miss Nancy. Here she is.
This is Animal Farm from Shadow. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm where you will find a rooster. The rooster bounces up and down and says, cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm where you will find a cow. The cow says moo. And the rooster bounces up and down and says, cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm where you will find a duck. The duck says quack, 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 quack. The cow says moo. And the rooster bounces up and down and says, cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Come and see my animal farm, my animal farm, my animal farm. Come and see my animal farm where you will find a horse. The horse says neigh. The duck says quack, 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 quack. The cow says moo. And the rooster bounces up and down and says, cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo. Cock-a-doodle doodle 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 doo.
That's such a fun song, isn't it? And now should we wake Betsy up? Let's call her. 1, 2, 3. Say, Betsy, where are you? Betsy Bird, are you back there? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, Betsy. How are you? Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? We're so glad to see you. Here, here. We're all here, here, here. We're all here, here, here. We're all here together. Yay! We have a special treat today for the video. Betsy and I are both so excited about what we get to see and learn about today. We have been learning all week about these little bugs that have 8 legs. Do you know what we're doing? Spiders. And can you remember the big, smart science word for spider? Do you know it? Say arachnid. Arachnid is the big, smart science word for spider. Yesterday we learned that spiders have spinnerets and they spin silk, and some of them make webs. Today we're going to learn about a different kind of spider. And this kind of spider does not spin a web. The most common type of spider that hunts for its food, it doesn't spin a web, is a, do you know? Tarantula. Have you ever seen a tarantula? Tarantulas are big, and they do not spin webs. They have to catch their food a different way. We're going to learn all about tarantulas today. Here's another picture, a close-up picture of a tarantula. This is out of a spider book. Do you see the tarantula? It has two big fangs right on the front of its cephalothorax, and it has 8 eyes. You see that little pod of eyes? And let's count how many legs it has. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 legs. Yes, and remember that spiders have only 2 body parts. So this part at the front is called the cephalothorax. Can you say that big word? Cephalothorax. Well done. And I have a very special treat for you today. I don't have a tarantula at my house or at my school to show you, but I have a friend who has a tarantula. My friend, Miss Becky, rescues lots of animals, wild animals that need a home, and she has a tarantula. Guess what its name is? Charlotte. Would you like to see Charlotte the tarantula? Miss Becky was so nice and made a video for us to watch right here together of Charlotte the tarantula. While you're watching the video, I want you to think about 2 questions. The first question is, does Charlotte the tarantula make silk like the spiders who make webs? Does Charlotte make silk? And the second thing I want you to think about or to listen for is Miss Becky will show us how Charlotte has hair all over her body. Why does a tarantula have hair all over its body? Do you see all those little hairs? You'll be able to see them better on the video. So those are the 2 questions I want you to listen for. Does Charlotte make silk? And why does she have hair all over her body? Would you like to see Charlotte the tarantula with me? Here's Miss Becky with a video all about Charlotte the tarantula.
Hi friends! Today we're learning about spiders, and I have Charlotte, our Chilean rosehair tarantula, with me today to help us learn a little bit more about these awesome 8-legged critters. So Charlotte is a tarantula, which is the largest family of spiders in the world. Did you know there are over 45,000 spiders in the world? That's a lot. We have a lot of really cool different species here. Charlotte's not one of the ones that you would find in your backyard. You'd actually have to go all the way to South America to find this tarantula. Some neat things about spiders are, first of all, they have 8 legs. Spiders are animals called arachnids. 8 legs. She even has 8 eyes. And I'll try to point to those for you. That little tiny clump there are her eyes. Very hard to see. She has 2 body parts. So spiders have an abdomen right here. And then this part here is not really a face or a head. People often ask me, where is Charlotte's face? So it's a little bit different. They have something called a cephalothorax, really big word, but that's basically where their eyes are. And then underneath, and we can't see right now on Charlotte because they're going to be underneath here, are her 2 fangs. Her fangs are what help her to eat food. Spiders don't have teeth, and so they have to actually bite with their fangs, and then their venom does something kind of cool. They cause a bug, which for Charlotte's going to be a cricket, to freeze. They don't move. And then she has something really special in her venom that turns that cricket into a cricket milkshake. She drinks her food. With no teeth, she can't chew it, and so every spider around the world actually does this, which is pretty fascinating. You can see this cool girl walking here. Tarantulas tend to be more of a ground critter, and they don't spin webs up in a bush or up in a tree like many spiders we're used to seeing, but she does spin silk. All spiders spin silk, so I'm also going to point out her two spinnerets. These things right there are spinnerets, and that's where her silk comes from. So if she doesn't spin a web to catch her food, what does she use her silk for? Well, Charlotte's silk is used as a covering to her home. We can actually see some silk down in here in some of this mulch. Like you can see how thick this is. She's actually put her silk in here. Sometimes she'll put it at the beginning, the opening of a hide like this. And sometimes in the rainforest, they'll actually use that silk to help them find their way back home. They might attach that silk to their burrow, go out in the rainforest looking for food, and then follow that silk all the way back home. You're also going to notice on Charlotte that she is very hairy. Lots of really cool hairs on this girl. Those hairs pick up vibrations, just like your fingers do. If you touch something and you can feel a vibration, her hairs are doing the same thing. Because Charlotte has no ears, and her eyes, as I pointed out, are on that top, so she sees things in a really strange way. So her hairs are really the most important thing for Charlotte as far as finding food. She has, and let's see if I can see these or get a better look at them. At the bottom of each foot, Charlotte has two little hooks, and they attach her to things that she's climbing on. They're kind of like Velcro, so that she does not fall, which is really kind of cool too. These hairs on Charlotte can also be used to keep her safe. She'll take her back legs, back here, and she'll actually brush the hairs off of her belly or her abdomen, and she'll throw those hairs at a creature that might be scaring her, maybe like a raccoon or something like that. When she throws those hairs, her hairs are really itchy. They're like little splinters. So she throws them right up at that animal's face, and it does not feel good, and they leave her alone. Now, spiders can live a really long time, and the spider I'm showing you right now could live to be 30 years old. Charlotte is right around 12. I hope you enjoyed our fascinating world of spiders today. When you see spiders, please be a spider friend. Don't harm them. Let them go on their way because they eat lots of wonderful insects for us.
Wow! Isn't Charlotte an interesting tarantula? Did you hear the answers to those two questions? Number 1, does Charlotte the tarantula make silk? Yes, she does. Did you hear what Miss Becky said? Why does the tarantula make silk? They use it to cover up their nest, right? To keep the predators out. And there's another fun reason that they use their silk. They use it like a string to find their way back home. They leave a little trail so they can find their way back home. Isn't that interesting? But they don't spin webs. And what about the hair that's on Charlotte's body? It's like splinters, right? And the tarantula, Charlotte can use it to hear because she doesn't have ears. She has to watch and feel the hairs vibrate on her body. She can also flick them off if another animal tries to attack her. Wow, tarantulas are fascinating animals. Do you think you would like to have a tarantula like Miss Becky does? I don't know. I don't know about me either, but they're fun to watch, aren't they? Would you like to pretend to be a big tarantula? Can you stand up? We're going to play a game where you get to be the tarantula. This is my pretend tarantula. He doesn't have any hair though, does he? We're going to sing a little song and you get to move like a tarantula, just like Charlotte did in the video. The first one is to spin. So you're going to spin around. Ready? Spin, little spider, spin. Spin, little spider, spin. Round and up and down. Spin, little spider, spin. Good spinning. Can you crawl like Charlotte the tarantula? Can you get down and crawl? Let's do it. Ready? Crawl, little spider, crawl. Crawl, little spider, crawl. Crawl, round and up and down. Crawl, little spider, crawl. Do you think you can dance? Charlotte the tarantula didn't dance. Do you have any good dance moves? Dance, little spider, dance. Dance, little spider, dance. Round and up and down. Dance, little spider, dance. Can you jump? Show me, ready? Jump, little spider, jump. How high can you jump? Jump, little spider, jump. Round and up and down. Jump, little spider, jump. Oh, you're a good little tarantula. That's a fun one to get our bodies moving, isn't it? Now we're going to put on our thinking caps. Click, click, click. And we're going to play a pattern game. We've been playing this game a lot during preschool, so I made it a little bit harder, but I know your brain is ready for a challenge. For this one, I have some pictures of different fall things. I have a spider and an acorn. Come on. And a pumpkin. Good. And a scarecrow and a tree. They are so big, they almost don't fit on there. There we go. And I have the same pictures in blue. There's a blue spider and a blue acorn and a blue pumpkin and a blue scarecrow. Shh, don't tell Betsy. And a blue tree. You guessed it. We have the same pictures in orange. Can you say them? Say orange spider, orange acorn, orange pumpkin, orange scarecrow, and an orange tree. Good. Well done. We've got 2 more colors. Let's see. These are pink. There's a, say pink spider and a pink acorn and a pink pumpkin. Pink pumpkin, both starts with P. And a pink scarecrow. Shh, don't tell Betsy. And a pink tree. And the last one, these are green. There's a green, say it, green spider and a green pumpkin and a green acorn. Well done. 2 more. And a green scarecrow and a green tree. That's a lot of pictures. That's more than we usually do. But I know that you can do hard things. So once you figure out the pattern for these pictures, it's a little bit easier to do more pictures. Do you see that all of the pictures in this column are the same? They're all spiders and all, oh, look at that. Whoops. Did you see that mistake? I noticed it when we were looking here. These should all be acorns, and this one was mixed up. Did you catch that mistake? So smart. These are all pumpkins, all scarecrows, and the last row, or the last column, is all trees. So look at it really hard. And if I take one away, do you think you can figure out which one is missing? No peeking, no peeking. One of these pictures is missing. Which one could it be? Do you know what color it is? Yes, you're right. It's orange. And which picture is it? An orange. I think you're right. Acorn. You did it. It was the orange acorn. Should we try another one? Okay. No peeking. No peeking. One of the pictures is missing. Can you figure out which one is missing? What color is it? Ooh. Blue. Yep, you're right. And do you know which picture it is? It's the blue scarecrow. Yes, you're right, the blue scarecrow. Should we try one more? Should it be an easy one or a harder one? Oh, you're ready for a challenge. Okay. No peeking, no peeking. One of the pictures is missing. Can you figure out which one is gone? Yes, you're right. It is yellow. Yes, you're right. And do you know which picture it is? It's the yellow spider. Ooh, I couldn't trick you. I filled the whole board up with pictures and you saw the pattern and you figured it out. You deserve a brain kiss again. You're working so hard and doing a great job. I love the book I'm going to read to you today. It's so cute. It's about a little spider who wants to be a pet. It wants to belong to a family, and the family doesn't think it wants a spider. It's called Spider! Isn't that a funny title? Look at the A's and the R's and the G's and the H. When you say it all together, it goes, Spider! With an exclamation point. Isn't that a funny title? And this book is by Lydia Monks. She wrote her name right here on the spider's silky thread. Isn't that fun? And I like this book because, well, it has some sparkly webs on the front and because some of the pictures are from the spider's point of view. Let's read to find out if the family decides to have a pet spider or not. Here's the title page. Spider by Lydia Monks. Lydia Monks is the author and the illustrator. She did the words and the pictures. It's a cute spider though. Look, it has heart lips. Look, this page is from the spider's point of view. It's up on the ceiling. So the family looks like it's upside down. It's really lonely being a spider. I want to be a family pet. This family's pet. I know. I'll show them what a great dancer I am. None of their pets can dance like me. And look, the spider is on the floor dancing. It says, "Look at me, watch me dance." And the family, they have picked their feet up off the ground. They're so afraid. Isn't that silly? The dog is hiding behind the couch and the cat is in the back. Spider! You see how they're yelling? Out you go. You put him on a paper with a cup. That's how I usually put my spiders out if I find one in my house too. Oh dear. I know. I'll show them how clean I am. None of their pets are clean like me. Look at the spider. She's crawling up the water spout like the itsy bitsy spider. And look, she's in the bathtub. She says, "Look at me. Watch me wash." And the mom yells, Spider! Can you read this part? Out you go. Look, down the water spout. Oh dear. I know. I'll show them how easy I am to look after. None of their pets can feed themselves like I can. And look, the spider has made a web up in their dining room. And it says, "Look at me, watch me eat." And it caught all the flies. up in its web. The dog is sneaking a lick of the cupcake. Do you see that? Ah! Spider! Can you read this page? Out you go. This time they used a broom and got the web out too. It's no good. This family will never want me. I'm going to go and live all alone in the backyard. Look out here, everybody. What are they going to find out in the backyard? Look at the sparkly webs. That spider is so clever. Maybe she'd make a good pet. Look, they do want me. Look at me, watch me ride. Look at me, watch me shop. Look at me, watch me swing. I'm a real, true, proper pet. In fact, I'm so happy with my new family, I think I'll introduce them to all my friends. Oh no, I think the family's happy with one spider. Do they want lots of spiders? Look at this page. Look at all the spiders in their house. They're everywhere. And the whole family yells, "Ah, spiders!" What would you do if you found a spider in your house like that? Would you want to keep it as a pet, or would you say, "Out you go"? What would you do? Isn't that a fun book? And there's the spider again. I think that's such a fun, silly book. Would you like to find a spider in your house? Usually when I find them, I put a cup on top and I take them outside and I say, "Eat all the mosquitoes, please." What would you do? I would love to hear if you'd like to have a spider or not. Your home project today is a fun one. It's super easy and it will help you remember how a spider uses the hairs on its body. Do you remember how Miss Becky told us that the spider does not have any ears? In order to hear or feel if another animal is coming to hurt it or to attack it, the spider has to feel the hairs on its body vibrating. Can you make your fingers like this? Can you make them vibrate? Vibrate means to shake really fast. I'm going to show you how you can see a vibration. For this project, you need some rubber bands. Doesn't matter what color, what size, and you can use a box top. This is a top from a puzzle, or you could use a shoebox top or a lid from any kind of a box or Tupperware, or you could even use like a Tupperware bowl or a basket. Anything with a little bit of height will work. And for this project, you're going to use your strong muscles. So this is a good workout for your hands. And you have to stretch the rubber band over the box. Do you see how I did that? Watch how I stretch it. So I stretch it really big. You could do it on a cookie sheet. That would work. You're just going to stretch the rubber band over the box like that. Let's do another one, and then I'm going to show you how you can see the vibrations. So I'm going to take the rubber band and I'm going to stretch it over the box. We'll do one more. Ready? Stretch. This is such a good workout for your fingers. It'll make your hands nice and strong, and it helps your eyes and hands coordinate with each other. It's a good fine motor practice. Okay, so you can put on lots of rubber bands or just a few rubber bands. It's up to you. And then what you're going to do is play it like a guitar. And you have to watch really closely to see the rubber band vibrating. Watch. Did you see it vibrate? Do you see it shaking? When you have your own guitar like this, rubber band guitar, you'll be able to see the strings or the rubber bands vibrating. That's the same way that the hairs on the tarantula shake or vibrate when they hear someone coming close. I would love to see if you make something and watch the vibrations, like a rubber band guitar. Today was a fun day. We learned a lot about tarantulas. We learned that they don't make webs, that they have 2 body parts and lots of eyes, and spinnerets on their back end to shoot out silk. Isn't that interesting? But now it's time for us to call Betsy back and say goodbye for another day. 1, 2, 3. Betsy, come back. Come on, Betsy bird. Hello, friends. Oh, I liked learning about Charlotte the tarantula. She's so cute. You think so, Betsy? I do too. Preschool time is over now. Over now. Over now. Preschool time is over now. For another day. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. All of our friends. All of our friends. Wave goodbye to all of our friends. It's time to go stay home and play. Hip hip hooray! Do you have some bird seed? Okay, get it out of your pocket. And this is what your play pack looks like today. If you'd like to tell Miss Becky that you enjoyed her tarantula video, you can say hi to her here on her Facebook page. I'm sure she would love to hear from you. And there are some other fun ideas for things you can do after the video is over to help your brain keep learning and playing. Bird seed, please. You have some? Okay, throw it this way. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, friends. And if you'd like to catch Betsy's kiss, hold your hand out like this. Catch it. Stick it to your cheek. Give yourself a big hug from Miss Jamie and Betsy. We're so proud of you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends.